Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it is Scott Bergeron here. This is Talking Real Estate. Got a lot of little things to get out of the way before we start. This episode we're calling down Batten Down the Hatches. Keep up the good work. Steve Kreitz, you know that's going to happen. Batten Down the Hatches. That's what we're going to call this episode. And you will see why. You will see why. We're going to have my good friend Mike McLaughlin on, and Mel will be her sassy self over in the corner. Guaranteed that's going to happen. Guaranteed. But before we get started on episode 109, let's start off the right way. I'm Scott, and we're talking real estate. Here we go. So, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I have a quick dedication for tonight's show from Hollywood House. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Quick dedication. We're going to dedicate tonight's show to Chris Bergeron, my wonderful, loving, and always pleasant assistant who is also my mother. So, Kathy Cordy, good to see you. So, the reason we're going to dedicate to her is she had shoulder surgery this week, and she is recovering. So I don't know if she can click the mouse and watch the show tonight or not. We'll see. But she definitely is on the mend. So if you throw a quick Chris, or get well Chris in the chat, that'd be great. Or Chris, we miss you, or anything like that. That'd be beautiful. So throw in the chat a good get well Chris, congrats Chris, all that good stuff. Rock Me Amadeo's in the house. Tom Amadeo, very nice. Yeah, so if you give me some get well soons or get on the mend, all that kind of stuff, that'd be great. She'd definitely, because I guarantee she'll watch this on the repeat because I'll make her watch it. So that's that. So get that in the chat if you would. That's not fair. She got the inside track. What does Albert appreciate? Buddy, that's every night. Albert, I appreciate you every night. Now, the second thing on the list here, my sister, Julie Long, okay, is always on the lookout for funny, interesting shirts for me. So this might be my new shirt for the show. As you can see, Nacho Average Realtor. Nacho Average Realtor. Nice play on words by Julie Long there. That's going to be the shirt for at least for a little while. Nacho Average Realtor. All right. Now, let's talk next week's show. Let me throw this out there for you real quick. We have a guest next week, our good friend Justin Kramer, and Restore It Right. He's going to give us all kinds of stuff about restoration. He gives us all kinds of stuff about restoration, guys. So don't miss that. And I did hear from his girlfriend. I did talk to her, and she says, longtime girlfriend, she said he's going to be the sexiest man on Facebook that night. So that's how that goes. Yeah, so that's what we got. That's the lowdown. We got Nacho Realtor. We got Justin Kramer next week. And a quick shout out to Chris Bergeron about Get Well. Albert, I'll tell you what, buddy. You too could have this nice shirt if you'd like. We'll see if we can't make it a trend. Nacho Average Realtor. There we go. All right. So the very first thing on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our good friend Mike McLaughlin, is gas. Okay, it's not real estate today, but it's gas related. What did you pay for gas most recently? What did you pay for gas most recently? Mel, what did you pay?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
405.
405. Mel's at 405. Later we're going to guess and see what I paid, but Mel paid 405. What did you pay for gas? What did you pay for gas? Pat Neese, the good neighbor. How are you, dear? Okay. What did you pay for gas most recently? The total. Give me per gallon. Give me the per gallon price. $4.25. Tracy Schultz says. Facebook user says $54. $3.99 Saturday. Steve Kreitz. There you go. What did you pay for gas? Howard says White Castle Crepe Case $27.98. Really. Unbelievable. Albertson's rare form today, Mel. He's all over the place today.
He always is everywhere.
Yeah. So $3.11 2 weeks ago. Okay. What did you pay for gas? What did you pay for gas? This most recent time you paid. Julie Long, $4.25. Rock Me Amadeo, Tom Amadeo, $4.19. Mike Lawson. Mike, you back in Tennessee, my friend? $4.19 down there too. RJ Donlin Bergeron watching. My son. Wow. When you get your son watching, ladies and gentlemen, then it's intense. $4.44 in the great state of New York. Gallon is definitely spelled incorrectly, but that's okay. He's a college kid. There's the hand of Mel.
Ford Road and Beach Daily was $4.57.
$4.57. Good Lord.
Yep.
Albert says $4.15 today at Meyer. And high Mel's hand. You always got to give it. So, again, I'll give about 10 more seconds. What did you pay per gallon? Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, see, that's all you get. You get a little taste of it. That's it. My kid paid $5.39 diesel. It's $12.72 in Norway. Oh, Albert, I'm glad we're not there. I'm glad we're not in Norway, buddy. I'm glad we're not in Norway.
Do they buy it by the liter?
They probably do buy it by the liter. So yes, it is $12.72 in Norway. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Oh my God, Mel! See the Mel sighting? They go crazy. Guys, we're gonna probably do the 12 months of Mel calendar. We're gonna put that out soon, in case you're looking for that. So that'll be
My hand.
just hand modeling, a lot of hand modeling going. It'll be different positions of the hand, like you get like this one, and like when it's cold, you get one of these, something like that. So we'll do some hand modeling. Kathy Cordy says, "A Van Born Monroe." There you go, Michael. It's 675 in California. It's crazy out there, ladies and gentlemen. It is crazy out there. So, without further ado, let's go to Mr. Mishta himself, the Mike McLaughlin. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Well, what did you pay for gas recently?
$3.87. I
What
think.
the hell? How did you do that? How did McLaughlin? What? Really? Every time you got to lowball something, you got to mess around like that. Really?
I think it was like Sunday or Monday. I don't know. But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't as high as it is now. But now I think I'm gonna park the car. I think I'm gonna hook up some D batteries to the truck. I'm gonna convert it to a battery powered truck.
Yeah, it's gonna be electric now all of a sudden.
Just like a whole bunch of D batteries from the Dollar Tree all hooked up.
You know what you could do? You could get one of those kids vehicles, like the ones that run on battery power. You could get one of those and ride those bad boys around.
There you go.
The golf cart people they're making out now, boy. The golf cart people are loving this. Jesus Christ.
It'll all catch up one way or the other. Energy's energy. You get those electric bills, it'll be the same increase.
So Mary Beth Baltowski, ridiculous. $3.59 at Sam's Club on Sunday. $3.59 at Sunday. Oh, Michael, I will put that up for a minute, but we're not going to go for much longer than that. Little Let's Go Brandon from Mike Lawson. That's all we'll get that for. Just have the kids pushing cars. We used to do that playing football. So, Michael, let's talk about something. I had this conversation with somebody today at closing today, and it's something that is people are mystified by. Okay, they're absolutely 100% mystified by, and it's the taxes. Is dealing with escrows and taxes. So, can you shed some light on what happens, like when taxes change, how your escrow rolls out, and stuff like that?
Well, first of all, let's talk about, because one of the questions I get on that track is about why am I putting money into my escrow account? Like, let's say for insurance, homeowners insurance is due at closing for a year. You pay for the entire policy up front and your closing costs. But then at the same time, we're putting 3 months worth of that homeowner's insurance into your escrow account. So I get a lot of questions. Why am I putting this money into my escrow account if I'm already paying for 12 months right up front? So the answer to that question is you need to have a 2-month cushion in your escrow account of your taxes and your insurance. So if your homeowner's insurance is $100 a month, you're going to pay for that $1,200 at closing for a year, which pays you up for a year. And then we're going to put $300 or 3 months worth into your escrow account so that in 12 months from now, and then every month you're going to put $100 with your payment, $100 every month for the taxes. So then in 12 months from now, we need to make sure that there's another $1,200 there. So we have the initial $300 plus the $1,200, and then it's paid a month early. So there's the 3-month cushion, there's 1 month. And then that leaves a 2-month cushion in your escrow account. So talking about why we have to fund so much, it's because we're putting away, you're paying for what's due now, but then we're also putting it away so that the next time it's due, it'll be there, and also we'll have an adequate cushion in case, because we know your taxes are going to go up and insurance probably isn't going to go down. So we keep a cushion in there for those changes. So that's why we fund what we do. The same thing goes for taxes. Your taxes we're doing this in July. We're gonna and this is March. So let's say your first payment's in May. Let's say you closed on your house today and your first payment is in May. So come July, when they want those taxes, we got to have enough money for them. So how many payments are you going to make in your escrow account? Well, you're going to make your May, your June, and your July. So that's only 3 months worth of that summer taxes that you're going to make on your own. So we've got to turn around in your escrow account at closing. We've got to put the additional 9 months so that there's 12 months worth of the summer tax. And then on top of that, we've also got to put the 3 months of cushion. So we're going to put a whole year's, if it were today, we're going to put a whole year's worth of the summer tax away, as well as you're going to put the 3 months that you're going to pay between now and when those taxes are due. So I know it's a lot to digest.
Let's do this. Folks, in the chat real quick, tell me if you have an escrow account in your house. If you have stuff in escrow in your house, put that in the chat if you do. Yes, I have escrow. No, I don't. Yes or no, pretty easy answer. So because I'm just curious how many folks have escrow and how many folks don't. Because some people don't, especially if the house is paid for or if it's a low balance on or something like that. So in the chat, put a yes or no. Do you have an escrow account for your home or not? Put that in the chat if you would, please. We just want to see what we're dealing with. So Tracy Schultz says not yet, baby, because he's got a great rate. Great explanation, Mike. Willie McGuire in the house.
Good Will.
Yep. Mine was 2,000. Now it's 3,900. Hello. Nope.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit now.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna go because he and I, Greg Danziger in the house, man.
What's up, Greg?
Are you familiar with Greg Danziger, Mike McLaughlin?
Of course, I'm familiar with Greg Danziger. Who's not?
A quarterback back in the day. I'm telling you what.
For the mighty Cougars. What number were you in high school? Number 11, Greg?
I'm telling you, we got Pat Nieces paid off. Yes, on both homes, Michael. Okay. We're just kind of looking at it.
I'm thinking that Greg was number 11, but it's in my head.
All right, so Michael, let's talk about this because I get this question. This is the one I got today. Okay, this is the one I got today. Is how much are my taxes going to go up? How do I figure that out when they reassess?
Yeah, let's do that. So you buy a house and the taxes, there's two different numbers with the state that refer to your taxes on your property taxes. The first number is, and I'm going to share screens here.
Yep.
The first number.
Good recall. He was number 11. Holy crap! How'd you
Go
know?
ahead, right? Wow, I don't know where that came from either. It just came out of my head.
The guy's amazing.
You know, I think it's because of all the all of the pep rallies. That's got to be what it was. All the times I saw him in pep rallies.
Amazing, man. Listen, McLaughlin is like a savant with numbers. Okay, the guy remembers numbers like it's nobody's business.
That is true. I do have numbers.
I'm telling you. So just so you know, buddy, he's coming to the Michigan State game as well. Just so you know.
Oh, I know. I was going to say something. I wasn't sure. Looking forward to it, Greg. You and me and Scott and who else?
My nephew.
Oh, that's right. The usual suspects.
The usual suspects. You got it.
For the football game. Looking forward to it.
Let me know when you're ready, sir. Let me know when you're ready here.
I'm ready. So I got a surprise for you, Scott.
What do you got?
Look whose tax information I pulled up here. I'm gonna
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for making my life great.
We're gonna look behind the machine. We're gonna see what the Wizard of Oz sees.
Okay.
So Scott just bought this house recently, and his house is in the. They reassess the house at the beginning of every year. So when you buy the house, what happens is those two numbers I told you about that we're going to get into are your assessed value. Take a look over here.
Yeah.
Your assessed value and your taxable value. So the assessed value on Scott's house. So this is what the municipality, in this case it's Grosse Ile, says that the house is worth. Now, there's always a multiple factor here, 1.5, 2. Every city is going to be a little different of the true value of the home compared to the assessed value. Now, since Scott just bought this home, the taxable value has not been adjusted yet and made equal to the assessed value. So Scott's going to see an increase in his taxes in the summer of this year because this number, because of the change in ownership, this number is going to be made equal to this number.
Yep.
The 156 is going to be made equal to 184. So you can pretty much just do a straight ratio. Divide 186 divided by 184,000, 85%. So next year, Scott's current taxes are 85% of what his taxes will be next year. So if I take what his taxes were last year, if I scroll down here, let me close this. Let's see here. So Scott's taxes last year, they weren't a joke, were they? They were about $7,000.
Yep.
See these two numbers here. Here's the winter tax for Scott, and here's the summer tax for Scott.
Yep.
So I take $7,000 and I divide it by 85%, that tells me that next year Scott's taxes are going to be about $8,250, or about a $1,250 increase, $1,300 increase from what last year was. I see Tracy said that her assessed value went up 11,500, and the taxable value went up 32,605. That's a great point, because the taxable value. Did you just purchase the house, Tracy?
Yeah, last year we purchased it last year.
That's why. So the good news is, the only good news I could give you is that you're not going to see another big increase like that in the taxable value. Your tax, because you purchased the home, and once again, I'll highlight it over here, the taxable value is uncapped and made equal to the assessed value. But then once that happens, the taxable value is only allowed to go up annually at the rate of inflation, but the taxable value will continue. I'm sorry, the taxable value will only go up as the rate of inflation. I said that backwards. But the good news is the assessed value will continue to go up as the home appreciates, but you're not going to pay taxes on the assessed value. You're only going to pay taxes on the taxable value. So the larger the disparity between the assessed value and the taxable value means that you've owned that home for a considerably long period of time compared to somebody else who has a closer assessed value to a taxable value. So when you purchase the home, the assessed value and the taxable value are going to be very close after it adjusts the first year. So you see, you can look at what your previous year's taxes were when you're wanting to buy a house. You can say, hey, Mike, Scott took me to look at this house. He told me the taxes were $2,800 a year. What are they going to be next year? So I just come to this document. It's called the public record. It's available online, sometimes for free. If you own the house, you can claim it as your own, and then it will be for free typically. Some people that if you don't own the house, they want to charge you a couple bucks to access it. Scott, as a realtor, has access to all this information at his fingertips because, like I said, he is the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Mike, you want to know what else?
What's that?
So right here where it says 2 full baths and a half bath, I got an extra full bath, and they're missing 2 bathrooms. So.
Yeah. Well, if they figure that out, that could affect the taxable value. Or should I say the assessed value?
But you know who's telling them? Not me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll get on the phone with them right now, Scotty.
Thanks, buddy. I knew I could count on you.
Well, the same thing goes here. We had an addition put on, and to this day, they still don't have the extra square footage from that addition on.
So, guys, any questions on taxes for Mike? You want to throw them in the chat? Any questions for taxes on Mike about as far as taxable value and stuff like that? Throw them in the chat. Because we always want to be informative to you. We always want to be informative for you.
Well, I wanted to show also one more quick thing.
Yeah.
On the when you have a house filed as your homestead exemption, you've heard that the taxes are lower when it's your homestead, and the reason why that is if you look over here, here's the tax bill for the winter tax. You scroll down here and you look at the amount column. You'll see there's an amount where you get to and it says 0. Well, that's the school operating expense. That's the millage. 8 point in Grosse Hills example, the school operating millage rate is 8.9378. But if it's your homestead, you don't have to pay anything. So the only people that are paying the school operating expense are second homes, which actually there's probably quite a few second homes on Grosse Hill with the waterfront. People in that upper crust, a tax
upper crust. Yeah.
So they have to pay this additional amount here, 8.937 mils. So it's actually not that difficult to figure out how much that would be. You just take the taxable value, 186, multiply it by 0.89. It's about $139, or it would be $13.90. Let's see how many carryovers. It's 0.89. $139 in taxes that Scott doesn't have to pay on his winter tax because that's his homestead. Hold on 1 second.
Yep.
1 second. Yep, that is correct. No, it's actually $13.90. So yeah, that makes more sense. The school operating tax that Scott had to pay, it would be close to $1,400 a year that he would have to pay in addition to the $7,000 he already pays for property tax.
Yeah. So Greg Danzer, your good friend here, number 11, says, when you Google value of your home takes you to Google or a third-party value, how does that impact your taxable value?
When you let me read. When you Google value of your home takes you to Google or a third party value, how does that impact? It doesn't. It doesn't affect neither does having an appraisal. Having an appraisal doesn't impact what the city determines to be the value of your home, and neither does anything you do online as far as doing any kind of a value check or going to Zillow or anything to check your value. The municipality is going to use, like what Scott said, they're going to look at the size of your square footage of your home, how it's fitted out with bedrooms and bathrooms, and then that's how they're going to come up with what your assessed value is.
And guys, I'll tell you this too: cities are definitely undervaluing. They're still undervaluing.
That's the multiplication factor that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 2 times the value of the assessed value. Sometimes it's more than 2 times. A good example is Lincoln Park. As we know, Lincoln Park, a lot of times, it could be 3 times the value for the assessment compared to the actual value.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but since there's 2 factors, because not only is it the taxable value that matters on what you pay for taxes, it's also the millage rate. So you've got a total millage rate and you've got a total taxable value. Those things get multiplied together. If your city has a millage rate of 41 and another city has a millage rate of 55, then you're going to pay higher taxes if you have the same taxable value. So it's really a combination of both. A city like Lincoln Park could get a reputation, like I said, their SEVs, their equalized values are lower compared to their sales price, but also their millage rate is on the higher side. So it kind of works itself out with those 2 factors that go into it.
Don't mess with Lincoln Park's millage, buddy. Don't mess with it, right?
Yeah. No, I would not, Scott. We got to keep those teachers well paid. And
you're darn right you do.
They got one of the hardest jobs in the world, and we know it.
Listen, here's the thing. Mike McLaughlin is the ace with numbers. We know that already because I remember number 11 from 1991. That's 1. 2, call him or call me. I'll give you his number. You call him, okay? He is a wizard with this stuff. It's like play toys with him. He just goes, let me figure that out. And all of a sudden, it spits out the numbers. It's great. Michael, last question for you before you go. What's for dinner?
Barbecue chicken and grilled chicken breast. So we had chicken drunnies with open pit and some sriracha.
Okay.
And then just some straight up grilled chicken breast with just some paprika, some garlic powder, some garlic salt.
All right, sir. Well, listen, you dropped all kinds of knowledge tonight, so we're going to let your brain rest a little bit. All right. I will call you later, and I will see you next week.
All right. Oh, I got one question for you. What kind of cheese belongs to someone else?
Nacho cheese. Sucker.
Nacho cheese.
Very good. See you, brother.
See ya.
Mel, the guy's he's ridiculous. Like he just says stuff and you just go, oh my God. It's not so. It's like numbers lay down for him. It's crazy. All right. So what did I pay for gas today? What did Scott pay for gas, guys? What did I pay for gas today? Because I guarantee it's worse than anybody else I think said, except for Norway. I wasn't paying Norway prices today, Mel, but I did pay more than most of us.
Half a tank of gas, and it was $35.
If you get the number right, guys, our closest number 2, we're sending you out a prize. You're a winner chicken dinner. If you get the gas price, okay. If you get the gas, well, that's a dad joke. Ain't you, Chris? I'm not throwing dad jokes up today. Not today, lady. Not today. What price did Scott pay today at the pump? What price did he pay?
$65.
60. If I don't know, it's just to give her a gallon.
Oh.
Pat Neese is $4.25. Trace is $4.52. Melissa says $4.32. Kathy Cordy, if I paid that, I would have shot somebody. $5.10. Playing baby, you're killing me over here. Mike Lawson says $4.28. Facebook user is probably Chris Bergeron says $4.20 or $4.75. Give you 30 more seconds. Let's see who wins. Chris Wojcinski, $4.59. Mary Beth says $4.92. Who is going to be the winner? I'll give you 30 more seconds. Closest person to if you don't get it exactly. Closest person to if you don't get it exactly. What did Scott pay for gas? What did he pay for gas today? It was today, of course.
3, 2, 1.
All right, the lines are closed on that one. Greg Danziger, I'm not that savvy, buddy. I'm not that savvy on that. So the winner. Who the heck said that? Is that Chris Bergeron? Ma, is that you? Huh? 429 is the number. Who's Facebook user that put 429 out there? Who is that? Pat Neese, I was getting ready to give it to you, kid, or to Mike Loss. I was getting ready to give it to you at 428, but I paid 429. Who is Facebook user that put 429 out there? Who is that? Put your name in the chat. We will send Albert Mezzo. What the heck? I thought you were out here before. All right. Albert Mezzo is our first big winner tonight. He's our first big winner. Yeah. I paid 429 and I bitched him out the whole time. Because here's the thing. The pumps stop at $100 in my dual tanks. It was like, no, it was not your mom. Really not your mom.
How many gallons did you buy?
I only got I didn't get that much. Like usually I can fill the tank. A lot of places stop it at $100. They won't go past it, which is crap. So I couldn't fill the truck. Couldn't fill it up. That's how crazy it
I
is.
kind of just wait till it gets to a half tank and then I'll just top it off. I don't
Yeah.
want to go below that.
I hear you. I hear you. All right. So let's get into the topic today. We don't have tons of time. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Topic is batten down the hatches, Mel. Listen, you want to know how crazy it is? It's so freaking crazy out there. I put this out to people like this. Last year, if we had 4 houses on the market, now we got 1. Okay. And I say this a lot, and I say it to a lot of folks. It's this simple. All right. COVID caused prices of things to go up. 1, 2, guys weren't building. People weren't building. That's 1. We also are still dealing with the not building up in 2008, 2010. There's a lot of people that weren't building there. So we're still dealing with those 2 things colliding on top of each other. Okay. So let me give you a couple of examples. I had one house recently that I put up for $180,000. We had 75, 80 showings in a weekend, and it's going to go for probably 220, 230, somewhere in there. So you're talking about that's 40.
And where at is that?
Allen Park.
I would never pay that.
The one in North Dearborn Heights I put up for $190 something is going to go for well over 2. I mean, a lot over 2. Okay. It's crazy out there, guys. It's crazy. So here's what that means. Here's what it means to you. Here are the important things. Doesn't matter buyer or seller. Here are the important factors. Okay. 1, price. Price is always going to be important. Okay. It's always going to be important. The numbers are, if you don't feel like you're going to pay a lot more over asking price for a home, you're not getting one. Okay. Now, seller, same thing. You're going to get a ton over. You are, just because it's the nature of the beast right now. So I know folks are pleasantly surprised and excited, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast right now. Okay. So there's that.
This time last year, we were going through the same thing.
Yeah, but now it's worse. I feel like it hasn't even hit spring yet. So the real biggest number, the most important one, is appraisal gap coverage. Okay. It makes me sound like I got 10 heads when I tell a buyer, you got to put cash up extra in case the house doesn't appraise. Mm-hmm. They look at me like, what? What do you mean? And I try to explain it. So appraisal gap coverage is this. You're saying if the house comes in at less than value, you're willing to cover a gap of however much. Okay.
20 grand.
Right. And I mean,
did that happen to you?
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, I had 30 grand. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nuts. So, and I say that to people, okay, but it's hard. It's hard to explain it to them. And it's just, people look at me like I'm crazy, but I promise you that's how the market is right now. And it's hard for first-time home buyers. But when I guide first-time home buyers, I guide everybody the same way. So you just you have to find somebody you trust. That's simple, okay? Third thing on the list of things, free occupancy, right? People are afraid or nervous about where they're going next. So I always tell sellers this. The best thing we can do is get you a bunch of free occupancy. So you can stay in your house from contract to post-close 90 days. Mm-hmm. You can find a house in probably 90 days, probably with the knowledge that you're going to get a bunch of extra money for your home. Okay. Now, I'll tell you this. If you're going up in price, if you're going to a higher, more expensive home, you're paying out more. Like you're making some good money, but you're paying out more. This market is great for folks that have inherited a house or that are downsizing. Downsizing people, this is your market because you're making a bunch of money and you're not pouring it right back in. It's not happening. Okay. The fourth thing, city inspections. For sellers, I always tell them now, Mel, that the best thing I can do is make this as easy as possible. If I can take the city repairs off your plate, I will. Doesn't always happen. Depends. Doesn't always happen. But that's one thing. And then I tell buyers, they go, you got to assume the city repairs. They go, well, how much are those? And they freak out. So you tell them to cap them. You say, okay, how about you'll pay up to $1,000 for city repairs, something like that, right? Those are the guys that are the big four things that I tell people. I tell them things are important: price, appraisal guarantee. What was my third one? City inspection or city repairs is 4 or 3, and then there's one more. What was I saying? Oh, occupancy. There it is. Yeah. So, guys, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be my mouthpiece. So when you talk to any buyers, especially first-time home buyers, okay, tell them those are the 4 things: price, appraisal guarantee, occupancy, and city repairs. Those are the 4 things. And then 5th thing I throw in there every once in a while is a personal note, right? Sometimes those work, sometimes those don't. You pull at people's heartstrings.
A thing of the past.
You got to do everything you can. You got to do everything you can.
Like the love letters.
Yeah, the love letter of the thing. So you got to do everything you can. So, and guys, we haven't even hit spring yet. Okay, I had a client. What was this weekend? We offered all kinds of stuff. I think we offered 10 grand over. It was a smaller house, like 2-bed. It was a 2-bed. So people are even getting beat up on 2-beds now. So we offered 10 over. We offered 7 appraisal guarantee. Offered city repairs, and they still got beat. It's a crazy place. And again, it all stems from they didn't build houses in 2008 to 2010. That's where this whole damn thing started. And then second, COVID made it expensive to do it too. Missile silos in North Dakota, really unbelievable. So that's what I'm telling you. Batten down the hatches because this spring's going to be a wild ride. Now, here's the hard part, though, Mel, is people need homes. People need homes. They do. I don't want to scare people. I don't want people to be afraid. It's going to be, people are going to do it. People are going to buy homes and people are going to sell homes. The best seller for this market is somebody inherited or somebody that's downsizing. This market is like their love language. It is. First-time home buyers, you got to be conventional at least. FHA buyers are just going to get beat up in this place. They are. They're definitely.
You have to go for like a smaller home so you can cover that gap.
Yeah. And a lot of times, I'll tell you what else too happens in this. And guys, I'm not saying this to be jerky or anything like that. A lot of times, somebody has to lose. They have to lose. They have to lose a couple, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, I get it now." I mean, so that's how that goes. All right. So last thing, and we're gonna try to do 3 what realtors see tonight. We're gonna try to do 3 what realtors see real quick. So let's see. There's the first one. First one is from Mel. She always finds the fun ones. Here's what I want you to do. Caption it. Caption this thing. The best caption for this wins a scratch-off ticket sent to you. The best caption for this one. So get your captioning skills ready. Let's see if I can make that bigger.
And you can't say shower beer.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Use your own.
Yeah, use your own. So there it is, guys. There. Oh, let me get that off the screen. Hang on. Caption that one. What is your best caption for that one? Go ahead in the chat. What's your best caption? Winners get a scratch off that could be worth millions of dollars. Caption that right there. You can't use shower beer either. Can't use shower beer. So what do you got? Beer bathroom. Shower bar, really? That's about as close as it gets there, Steve. Come on. You're better than that. Where's Albert Mezzo at? AM Hair of the Dog. I like that.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Who said that?
Now I'll never see the husband. That's a funny one, too. Bath and Bar. I like that one. That's fun. What else? We'll give you one more minute. I'll get the timer going. Party in the bathtub. Bar in the bathroom. A shower with fun. Caption it. Give us your best caption. Beer, better, bath. That's pretty good. I like that one too. Got about 30 seconds, guys. Come up with your best caption for that one. If I was listing that house, how would I caption that picture? How would I caption it? What do you think? How would I caption it? Is that an Airbnb? Suds and Suds and Buzz. That's a
Suds
fun
and
one.
buds.
Suds and Buzz. Suds and Buzz. I like that's fun. That's a good one too. Oh man. Get about 10 seconds. 9, 8, bathroom bar included.
Crash through the
7,
glass door.
6, yeah, right. 5, 4, scenes from the toilet. 3, 2, 1. What are we thinking about? This one here?
Where are you at?
This one?
Oh.
Or are you thinking the other one?
Mm.
That one? Or which one?
I mean, probably
All right, ladies and here's what we got. Here's the one we're going with for tonight. The winner of the first captioning is Suds and Buzz. Andy Cassisi, you are the big winner, sir. You are the big winner on that one. Don't worry, folks. We got one more chance for you. So Suds and Buzz is the big winner for that one. Now, we got one more, Mel. Let me see if I can find it here. Hang on.
I already did that one.
Did we? Did we do this?
I posted that.
Yeah, but I still like it, though.
Well, then show it.
All right, this one you got to come up with. There's already some captioning here, but you got to come up with your own caption for this picture. Okay, you got to come up with your own caption for this picture. All right, so here's we go. The next one has some writing on it, but you got to come up with your own caption. There it is. Come up with your own caption for that one.
I posted this yesterday.
It was in Talking Real Estate. If you're not in Talking Real Estate, guys, then you gotta be crazy because you should be in it. You should be in it. Caption contest number 2. Okay. What would you caption that? Or would you caption that picture?
Mobile office.
Yeah, mobile office. That's like someone's probably gonna come up with that one too. You can use the text and everything. So what would you come up with for that one? Multitasking 2022. That's pretty good. We'll give you 2 minutes, guys. We'll give you 2 minutes.
They even build like shelves.
So you can put your
You
phone
can put
there.
your phone on it while you're using the bathroom. Above. The
Holy
toilet
shit,
paper.
Superman. Really? Talking shit 2102. That's a good one. Husband's office. I like that. Keep it in a can. The first corded cell phone. Oh, man, that's a rough one. I do my best work on the throne. Telepoop booth.
That's funny.
The bowl booth. I like it. I give you one more minute, guys. I'll give you one more minute. One more minute. I'll give you one more. That's pretty good. Bill and Ted Part 4 all around the world. God, people are funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love our audience. They're so damn funny. They make me laugh. They definitely make me laugh. That's good stuff. Superman number 1 and 2. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus. I do my best work on the throne. That one's funny too. Let's see where that would go. That's Elvis's Last Stand. I like this one right here. The one above it. See it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to go with. Talking to. Ooh. Yeah, that's a rough one. Okay. All right, here's what we got, guys. Here's what we got. Talking Shit 102. Even though it's a family show, it's okay. Facebook user, put that one out there. Put your name in the chat for me. We'll send you a scratch off that will be worth millions of dollars. Facebook user, put Talking Shit 102. Put your name in the chat so you can help you win your millions of dollars. All right.
20%.
Yeah. If you win $1 million, you better throw us about 20% referral fee. So Facebook user, Talking Shit 102. Who was that? Jim Burton. There you go. My good friend Jim Burton. Hardest working man at Ford Motor. I'm telling you.
Did you just buy a house?
That's his son, Jeremy. Yep. All right. So, guys, we went on a little extra today, but I want to tell you before we go here. Next week's show, Justin DeCramer, my good friend, is a restoration expert. He's going to do Restore It Right for us. He's going to tell us all the good things about restoration. He's also, he's a funny guy. And his girlfriend said he'll be the hottest guy on the set that day. So we'll see. I'm going to swab it up. I'm going to slick my hair back and everything else.
Also, there's a home show going on at the Livonia Rec Center this weekend.
Really?
Saturday, yeah.
All right, guys. So go check the home show at the Livonia Rec.
Yeah.
Go check it out. They're going to have all kinds of good stuff there.
Yeah, there's quite a few vendors there.
All right.
I'm
So
going. I'm taking Miranda.
very nice. So last thing before we go, okay? Anybody else has any fun real estate t-shirts? You want to see it on camera? Yeah, I'm right here. Not your average realtor. But next week, Justin Kramer, it guarantees a good show. All right. I'm Scott,
I'm Mel.
and we're talking real estate.